And this is why I don't think Texas is ever going to go blue. I would love to see Texas go blue. Believe me, I would love to see Texas go blue. I don't believe it's ever going to happen. Just for the record, if I lived in the state of Texas and either James Talarico or Jasmine Crockett was my Democratic nominee for the Senate, there's no question about it. I'm voting for either one of those people against whomever the Republican Party could possibly put up in that state. Both are qualified candidates. Both are rising stars within the Democratic Party. Both would be absolutely acceptable in that role. But the two factions are beginning to go to war with one another as we get closer to the primary. The two factions are beginning to, well, at least one of the two factions is beginning this night. The people who go after Jasmine Crockett for X, Y, and Z won't go after James Talarico for A, B, and C. And now you got Jasmine Crockett sort of sniping back at James Talarico, suggesting that, the whole Colbert interview and thing that got pulled off might have been a ploy and all of that shit. Everybody says from the get-go, even Stephen Colbert said that the FCC did not flat out tell his network to pull his interview with James Talarico. That the network bent the knee for Donald Trump because they didn't want to get any blowback. So what was the reason for this?
We did receive information suggesting that the federal government did not shut down this segment.
We know that.
That is my understanding, that the federal government didn't shut this down, and we will do an official statement once we get another official statement that we anticipate is going to be coming from Paramount. All right, so we will read what they say, and then we'll go from there. It is our understanding that Colbert, either Mr. Colbert or CBS, decided that they just didn't want to hear it.
We know that.
Because of a fear that the FCC may say something to them, and that there may have been advice to just have me on, and then they could clear the issue. It was my understanding that someone somewhere decided we just don't want to do that, and instead we're going to just do it this way.
Now, was she outright attacking James Talarico? Of course not. But it was insinuated that there was some shady shit going on between him and Colbert and you got people that are in Talarico's camp going, I'm not going to fucking vote for Jasmine Crockett if she wins. And you got people in Crockett's camp going, well, I'm not going to vote for Talarico if he becomes the nominee. You don't have the fucking margins in Texas to play that game. You don't. You don't. It's bad enough we have that shit happening on the national level with the far left people on the presidential election. You guys are just missing elections there by this much. And you can't afford for one member of either of those two fucking camps to say that they're not going to vote for the other one if the other one's the nominee. That's how you are going to continue to ensure that Texas stays red. I do commend James Talarico for coming out and saying that if Jasmine Crockett is the nominee, I am going to campaign for her. And I hope that Jasmine Crockett does the same things for James Talarico. I would vote for either one of these two candidates in a heartbeat. But somewhere, somebody is going to fuck it up in that state for this election by saying, well, that's not my candidate didn't win, so I can't vote for that other person. This is why I say I'll believe Texas is blue when Texas is blue.